if you've never heard of New Japan Pro Wrestling, they're basically WWE in Japan, and they host the country's biggest sporting event of the year with over 30,000 people. They're hosting an event called Nemesis tomorrow in Hollywood, and I sat down with a couple of the biggest names in the promotion to find out what it's all about. You had to describe New Japan Pro Wrestling to somebody who's a wrestling fan but may not be too familiar with it. How would you describe it?
I would describe New Japan Strong as the hardest working roster on the planet. You know, they've given me the opportunity to live a bigger dream.
Simply put, we're the best pro wrestling company in the world. We focus on what is happening in between these ropes and in the ring, not backstage or outside of it or anything like that. Very much focused on the guys that are in the ring, showcasing their skills as the best wrestlers in the world. Guys like myself who have done things such as selling out Madison Square Garden, first ever Grand Slam champion for New Japan Pro Wrestling.
You know, Jay, I grew up watching wrestling, and there's so many big names, big stars. A lot of them started at New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, pretty much anybody that's been through wrestling and done anything of note, they would have come through New Japan at some point. You got guys like Chris Jericho, Eddie Guerrero, back in the day, Hulk Hogan. I know The Undertaker, I think, started out there at some point as well. Yeah, pretty much anybody that's been anybody has at some point of their career come through New Japan.
No, Jay White held on and he's got Blade Runner!
How big a star is Jay White?
Oh, he's huge. I told him that he reminds me of like Heath Ledger from The Joker. You know, he's mysterious, dark, you don't know what he's gonna say. Nobody does it better than him, you know, and I hope he stays with New Japan Strong, because I don't want to lose him. I don't want to lose him because he is something else.
Explain Block to Hate.
You know, I made worldwide news by coming out as the first openly gay WWE superstar, but my fight is much more bigger than in the ring. It's outside of the ring, fighting bigotry and hatred, and just trying to be the voice of the voiceless when it comes to not only the LGBTQ community, but anyone that gets bullied into silence. New Japan has embraced Block the Hate. They have embraced Stop Asian Hate, Stop All Hate. You know, hate has no space, and it definitely has no space here on New Japan Strong.
All right, Jay, tell me about Thursday's event here in LA.
Yeah, so Thursday we have an event called Nemesis. It's going to be held at the Vermont in Hollywood. It's a brand new arena from what I've heard, so we're very excited to get there. You're going to have myself giving a guy an opportunity, a guy by the name of Christopher Daniels. Some people call him the Fallen Angel. I call him now the Forgotten Angel. I'm going to be a nice guy. I'm going to do him a favor. I'm going to
resurrect his career?
I'm going to give him that opportunity to get in the ring with the likes of myself and see if he can rebuild his career just a little bit, and see if people will know the name Christopher Daniels one more time. My hopes aren't too high for him, you know, but hey, we'll just give him that opportunity and see if I can make him famous in Hollywood.
You give us 1 year, and I promise you that you will become a diehard fan of New Japan Strong. And you've got to check us out at Nemesis this Thursday. It's going to be off the hook.
You know, I just saw Jay White was at the Clippers game tonight. He should be preparing for his match against Chris Daniels.